And welcome. You're here with Pablo Miguel in Las Vegas in manifestingyourdreams.net, and I'm really so excited today because this almost didn't happen. So you're so lucky if you're watching this right now. What we went through to have this amazing lady with us today is unbelievable, and it's about manifesting your dreams. So I'm manifesting right here, have the world famous, okay, Bettina visiting us today. And you are, if this is your first time in our show, you are in manifesting your dreams. And our purpose, the reason we do this show, we're going to help you manifesting your dreams. And maybe when you were a little girl, a little boy, or when you were a teenager, you had some ideas of what you wanted to create in your life, and maybe you take some action towards it. But you look at your life right now, and maybe you say, wow, I wish this had happened, or I have been able to do this or that. You know what? If you can take a breath right now, take a deep breath. If you can take a deep breath right now, you can manifest your dreams. And what we are going to do every week, we're going to share with you. We're basing our program. If you've never seen this book, we urge you to get it, give it to your kids, to your grandkids, to your nephews, to your godson. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, because this book actually was able to identify the 17 principles that the most successful, accomplished people of their time used. In some cases, they knew what they were doing, right? It was premeditated. In some cases, they had no clue that they were applying these principles, but through a 20-year journey, they were put together in a book, and you can take 1 hour, read this book, and get 20 years experience. So we're focusing on desire, okay? That's one of the principles, but Bettina, welcome to our show. Is that every time we get together, we have so much fun. Yes. Your energy is amazing. Your heart is like unbelievable. So tell our viewers a little bit about you. They're curious about your name, where you're from, a little bit about your background, so they get to know you a little bit.
So first of all, thank you so much for having me. And I have to say that Pablo really manifested me. Because the first time that he reached out to me, he saw my Facebook Live that I did in Red Rock. And because he loves nature and he loves visualizations and mantras and manifesting, that live that I was doing a couple months ago already, time flies, was about Monday Mantra. And I am right now working with my clients on a confidence coaching. Because what I found throughout my journey, that when you are confident into who you really are, when you step into your power, there is nothing that will ever stop you. So knowing who you are, knowing what you want, are really keys to success. What happens very often with my clients and even with other people, and what happened throughout my path, throughout my journey, is you think you know what you want. You want something because you think that once you have that thing, you will be happy. But you don't really realize what is the root of what you're wanting. What do you truly want and why? So when I started to work with my clients, when we start to work on their deepest desires, their relationships start thriving. Their business start thriving. They start to be really confident into who they are, and because they were true to themselves, they start to manifest and attract what they truly wanted. So it has been an incredible journey, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, everything about you is always fun and making things happen, right? So I have to tell you, I love your accent, right? And you probably heard that before. It's like, I have an accent too, right? And people say like, oh my God, you're the good-looking guy with the accent. And everyone remembers my accent, right? So tell us about your accent. Where are you from? How did you manifest that beautiful voice that people are watching and listening to you?
Thank you so mually. So originally I'm from Czech Republic, and when I was growing up there, I somehow deep inside knew that there must be something bigger to life than just go through the school. I did my college back then, and then I'm like, what do I do now in my life? So I started to think about adventuring and traveling, and I moved to London when I was 21. So I'm just a little bit older than 21, by the way.
A few months.
Just a few months, so I can have alcohol with me that.
There you go.
Anyway, so I moved to London, and then from London I moved to Spain. And right I think it was like 2008, 2009, when the crisis started, economic crisis started. It started to be really hard because I was working as an accountant, like a bookkeeper in a little company, and because money started to be shared everywhere, I was starting to think like, oh, I wish I could go back to school. I wish I could do something else than just doing what I'm doing because I had a degree in economics. So I'm like, what could I do? And it was that time when I met a family friend that he lived in the United States, and he told me, you are so bright. I want to give you something that no one can ever take away from you. And that friend told me back then, education is the one thing that nobody can ever take away from you.
That's right.
So he told me, if you can get here to college, to Las Vegas, we will sponsor your college degree, because they were doing international exchange student. So I was like, okay, why not?
Why not, right?
So I flew to Las Vegas, I passed the test, and I just moved in here 9 years ago. And I did, in that time, I did my college, I did associate business degree, I did my bachelor in marketing, and I also did my master business degree. So I went through all of this business, and when I started to work in the office, I found out that all the external things, all the marketing, all the business, it's not the thing that really makes the people and businesses that thrive. What truly make you happy and fulfilled is the relationships. So I started my personal journey back there, and it has been evolving since that. Now I have my podcast, I am a private fitness coach, I'm a meditation teacher, and I'm a confidence coach for entrepreneurs, mainly women, who have a big mission on their heart, and they're not bold enough yet to step into their power and to truly embrace who they are and who they believe in.
That is fantastic. It's amazing. As I'm listening to you, it's like I'm sure people have told you before, oh, you're so lucky, right? You ever heard that? Oh, you're so lucky. Now look at her face, right? And it's like so many times where I've been very successful in some things in my life, and I learned on the ones that I was not successful, and people will come and say, oh, you're so lucky. Oh, you speak Spanish. You're so lucky. Oh, yes. Well, I was born speaking no languages at all, right? So one thing that I'm going to tell you, if you ever think people are luckier than you, right, take that out of your mind immediately, because every single thought we have, every single one, not just some, not just the good ones, every single thought we have is actually creative. We are powerful creative forces, right? So sometimes people think like, oh, I'm meditating for half an hour, and I'm meditating on my ideal life. But what are you doing the other 23 hours and 55 minutes of the day, right? Are you complaining about circumstances, about people, or are you saying, I'm not as lucky, or things like that? Just remember that every single thought you have is creative. So when I meet somebody like Bettina, and she's telling me all the things that she's been doing, what I think I can promise you is that she's in control of her own thoughts. And that she's in control, not all the time, because nobody can control it all the time, but she knows that her thoughts are important, and she's in control of her emotions, which is very, very important. And right now, wherever you are today, is really relevant, because today is the result of the things that happened to you in the past, right? But what you do today will determine your future. So start thinking a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, where would you like to be? 10 years from now, what would you like the quality of life to be? Who would you like to be surrounded by? What is your ideal place to be living? And starting today, you can start paying attention to some of the strategies, the tips that we'll share with you, the inspiration. By the way, these are proven strategies. In this program, we share the wisdom of the ages. So it's not just what is hot or cool, right? Just because there was a movie that came out, or a little, audio that came out that became popular. Oh, this is new. No. Reality, how to create your dreams, is something that existed, since the beginning of time, right? So Bettina is one of those people that actually is walking her talk. And that's what I was so impressed with her, because you go to Instagram, you go to Facebook, and you see a lot of those people's lives, and if you really know them, sometimes like, but that's not their real life. It's kind of funny, right?
Yes.
But then you see the people that walk their talk, right? They walk their talk, and Bettina is like that. And you can tell by the energy that she has, she really has a desire, in her case, to help women take control of their confidence. so they can actually take the action they need to take to manifest their dreams. And she's been helping them with their health and so forth. So I look at her and I say, wow, she has some challenges. You know, we do this the squat challenge and this and that, and I go like, wow, I like to get associated with people like her, because who you surround yourself with will determine where you're gonna end up at, right? Mm-hmm. So tell us about the confidence thing. That sounds very, very interesting. Do you find women need help in that area? What has been your experience?
Absolutely. So just to share a little bit of my background, when I was growing up back in Czech Republic, I was physically and mentally abused by my stepfather, and that led to eating disorder and to my belief that I'm lovable, I'm worthy, I'm not good enough, no matter what. It's the stories that we create, and there were studies done that by the age of 7, you already set your beliefs about yourself. Wow. So the way you live today was determined by that baby, you know, like 5, 6, 7-year-old, because by age of 7, you already firmly affirm who you are, what you believe in, what are you worth of, and it's the, you know, like the little babies when they're born and they're so happy, they love themselves, yes. They don't care where they make their poo-poo, or they love themselves unconditionally.
They enjoy every moment, right? Yes. They live in the present moment.
Exactly, right? Because they were not forced to believe something else, and then parents come, society come, and you're told what's good, what's bad, what to believe, what to do, and you start diminishing. You start to believe others instead of believe in themselves, in yourself. So I was growing up like this, and that's why I was always looking for approval, for love in all the wrong places. And it was before age of 30, around age of 28, when I was in so much incredible pain that I didn't even want to live. Because I was thinking to myself, if this is it, I don't want this life.
Oh my God, really?
Yes.
Wow.
So when you say you're lucky, there is no luck involved, because we all have this belief, we all have this thing in our mind, what we think is possible, who we think we are, and we start limiting ourselves. And I was not confident at all. At all. Like, I didn't want to even wake up in the morning. So when you say that I'm lucky, or when my clients, when I tell them, you gotta go live, you gotta go talking, you gotta be sharing your impact and message, they're like, yeah, it's easy for you. Yeah. You're young. You look good. Beautiful. Yes. Yeah. You're confident. You know what? This is the work of last 8 years, every single day, in and out. Every single day being intentional. So setting the intention, knowing what you want and who you are, it's what really is going to make you confident and build the life of your dreams.
Absolutely, you're so right, you're so correct. A couple of weeks ago we had another interview with Jeff Loveck, a good friend of mine, and he said something. He said, comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. I'm still remembering that, because every time you compare yourself with anybody else, it doesn't matter. If you're good looking, you're going to find somebody that is even better looking, or a little taller, or a little shorter, or whatever, and you don't have the joy of enjoying who you are. And just like you were saying a little earlier, step into who you are, because you have so many blessings. Every single person in this planet has something unique. We have some blessings, and we have a gift that we can give to the world, but they're all different. We're all different, so if we compare ourselves with others, we will never be happy. So the first step that I recommend you is be grateful for who you are. Because as you envy somebody else, I bet you there's 10 people that might be looking at you and saying, I wish I were in your shoes, or I wish I had your son, or your husband, or your house, or your background, or things like that. So we're going to go into a short break right now, but when we get back, we're going to hear more about how Betty is not only manifesting her dreams, but how she's coaching her clients to actually manifest theirs, okay? And I want you again to start thinking, have a clear idea of what would you like to manifest. And sometimes you can start with something small, right? It doesn't have to be something huge. Start with something more small, get a clear idea of what you want to manifest, and make sure it's something that you want. Because so many times people tell me, oh, I got this degree, and then when you find out it's because that's what the parents wanted, right? or that's what the spouse wanted, or somebody else. You have to have the desire. It has to be important to you that this is going to happen. And when you have that burning desire, that white burning desire, as they say, there's an energy that is being created to attract to you the people, the circumstances, the knowledge, whatever you need for actually that to happen. So we're going to go into a short break. And if you'd like to stay in contact with us, just go to manifestingyourdreams.net, MEP, manifestingyourdreams.net. Give us your email, and we're going to send you information so that way we can stay in contact with you. So one day we can celebrate you and maybe have you as a guest when you manifest in your dreams. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Glenn Alex, and I am inviting you to watch Pablo Miguel's Manifesting Your Dreams every Monday at 3 p.m. on socialmediashows.com. You won't regret it.
Listen, check it. Trying to build a bridge, instead I burned it down. Oh, I tried to lift him up, but found me beaten down to the ground.
Welcome back. You're here at Manifesting Your Dreams with Pablo Miguel, and we're having so much fun today in Las Vegas with Bettina. This lady is amazing. Her energy is incredible, and we're so privileged to have her with us because we were talking a little earlier how people think like, oh, you're so lucky, and they have no idea, right? When you look at people and you think they're lucky or somehow they're a little better than you, you have no idea the things that maybe they went through, right? But there's something that we know for sure is that they were very proactive, right? Instead of allowing circumstances to determine where they end up, they said, you know what? I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to make things happen. And when you see them right now, you have to think about all the effort that went there, right? That you have to put there to get where you are today. But what we love about Bettina is that she's not just living her own dreams, she's actually helping, in this case, women, so they can also manifest there. She's an amazing coach, she's an amazing mentor to many, many women, and she has discovered strategies and tools that can literally help any woman to develop the confidence, build the health, the level of health that they want. So we're so happy that you're here. We're very grateful that you took the time out of your busy schedule just to share with our viewers. So why don't you share a few strategies or tools that you have found that were very effective, and maybe they can help some of them manifest their dreams.
Absolutely, and again, thank you for inviting me, because I really love going on other stages and interviews, because more we show up as we are and show our gifts, more impact we can have in this world, because it makes no sense to have a gift, to have something that helped you throughout the journey and sit at home and feeling good. how amazing it feels when you can really go out there.
Exactly.
And it's really not about you. So me being here, it's not about me at all. It's really to empower other people to step into their power and find their gifts. And some of the techniques that you were mentioning and the strategies that I'm doing with my clients, we always do very deep strategy call, and then I always have them journal, knowing what they truly want. And there are different journal techniques. However, I know for fact that when you are journaling in a present time about something that you can really put a burning desire, the feeling in it, you can really manifest it quick. It has to be something that you don't have a resistance. Let's say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am multi-millionaire and I'm living in a yacht. That might be a little bit resistance there. However, if you can journal and start your journal with, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am living in abundance. Now that my income is constantly increasing. Now that I'm making, and you say a number that is believable for you, this and this amount of money. So you need to be specific. You need to see it and you need to feel it. And it's so amazing when you can really tap into it, whatever it is for you. I have a client, her name is Eve, and she was struggling with relationships in the past. She was a people pleaser and she always changed her identity depending on the relationship she was in, because she always wanted to make people happy. She lost herself in the relationships. And then we started to work together. She started to journal about her ideal partner. She started to write about how he makes her feel. She said, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm in a loyal, committed relationship with a man who supports me, who loves me, who adores me, who believes in me, who is my best friend, who is an amazing lover, who has a deep family values. All these things, like we're cooking together, we have so much fun when we go shopping together, going to nature, growing, supporting each other. So she went into so many details and she was journaling like this for some quite of time. And then in the day when she stopped looking, when she surrendered in the trust that whatever is best for her will happen, when she let go of the toxic relationships of the past, here.
Wow.
They met that week.
Wow.
And they are still together. It's just a few months, but their relationship is so deep and so beautiful. They're supporting each other in business. They're best friends. They're amazing lovers. And when people see them together, the energy they have, it's incredible. So it's really about what do you really want? Because before, she was saying, I want to be in a relationship because I want to, have a family, I want to have kids, I would like to be alone. It was not strong enough reason. And when she started to journal about it, when it was about how does this relationship make her feel, she really connected with her values, with what she believes in. And that's another thing. I help women, and I do have a couple clients male, so it's not like strictly male. I'm not going to work with male. However, maybe I work with women. The thing is that most of women, we are raised to be a people pleaser. We are everything for everyone. So we're like this chameleon, we change depending on what environment we are in. And we forget who we really are. We forget what is our gift. And your gift is something that feels so good to you and so natural to you, so easy to you. Like, for example, Paula, you said that I have such an amazing energy and smile and I make people feel good. I'm like, and? So then I realized that's my gift. I really empower people to feel amazing and to find the confidence in themselves to step into their power. So that's one tool that I teach my clients to start journal, to define what are their beliefs and values. Because once you set those, you're like, oh, He says, aligned, or I'm out of integrity with what I'm doing right here. And when you start to go in the path of what you believe in and what are your values, the toxic people will start to go away. And the people that align with your values and beliefs start to appear and support you in your journey, like Pablo. You reach out to me because you heard my message and you're like, what can I do to support her? Because her message is so amazing. I'm going to multiply her impact. So once you start to believe in yourself and in who you are, the universe will conspire. And that's another amazing book. It's a must read, for Pablo.
Yes. Paulo, amazing Paulo, right?
So this book, Alchemist, it's absolutely beautiful. It's amazing. It's like a tale.
It's a great story.
Yes.
Love it.
And there's one quote that says, when you really, really, really want something, the whole universe will conspire. Yeah, and it's so true. Just think about something. When you truly want something, but there is no plan B, when there is only plan A, this is what I want, this is what I will get, you will get it. I got like this to United States, I got my degrees done in here and how, because there was nothing else that would stop me. I knew what I want.
Yeah, it is so interesting that you say that because again, every thought we have is created, right? And you talk about relationship, we had a previous guest here sharing how he manifested the love of his life, right? And it's like sometimes I talk to women and they're complaining about the relationship they have, right? And what happens, your subconscious mind cannot distinguish when you say, I want this, or actually, I do not want this, right? You're sending a picture into the universe saying, this is what I like to manifest, so higher intelligence will go to work to give you more of that. So when you have a bad relationship, and I think everybody may have had one or two of those, what you do is you say, okay, what can I learn from it, right? That didn't go very well. What did I learn from it? And how can I show up differently the next time so I don't attract that person again, right? Because so many times you see people, they get married, they get divorced, and then they marry the same wife that came in a different package, right? It's like, but if we don't change, our lives don't change. And some of you know, I used to carry around 50 pounds more than I do right now, okay? And at one point I said, you know what, this extra fat is actually a survival mechanism, so I don't starve, but I don't need it. So I release it as I let that fat go. I'm not going to need you. Thank you for supporting me, but you can let go now. And then eventually, I've been, feeling fantastic and looking younger, feeling younger now for multiple years. But I made 3 decisions that really changed my life. And one of them was to start journaling, okay? So that was the thing that people have in common that actually have been successful, whether it is in business, whether it is in health. If you keep a journal, because a journal will keep you honest with yourself. Because so many times we're honest with other people, but maybe we're not honest with ourselves, right? So I started keeping a journal, and then when I'm reading, it's like, we rationalize, like, oh, but I only ate a couple of, I didn't eat that much, right? But when you write it down, then you go and say, oh my God, I ate like a pig yesterday. And the day before, right? Same thing, when you start writing things, and then you say, why did I define, my perfect boyfriend or girlfriend this way, right? You tune up a little bit of your wording, because our words have so much power. And I love what you teach your people that you mentor, to just create powerful words so they step up into that identity. You're really helping them create a new identity, and it's very, very powerful. So, great tool.
Yeah, thank you. It's more of reminding them who they really are. I don't tell them what to do. I just support them in their deepest dreams and desires. And to find that, it usually takes a couple sessions because, like you mentioned before, we think we know what we want, but is it your truth? Is it something that your husband, wife wants, your kids, your parents, your employer? or because it will make you look good with the eyes of society, or is it what you truly, truly want? Once you find what you truly, truly want, there is nothing that will stop you. And having someone who believes in you, who supports you, who guides you, it's everything. I remember a couple of years ago, I hired my first life and business coach, and it changed everything. So I really walk my talk. I believe in coaching. I have a coach because I know the power of coaching and what transformation it can really do.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you don't have a coach, you need to get one. If you look at the top athletes in the world, they're the best of the best of the best, but they have a coach. It's like they say, Tiger Woods used to say, "What do you have? You're the best that ever lived." He said, "I cannot see myself swing the golf club," right? So coach will help you do that. We're gonna be back. We're gonna take a short break. Manifesting the dreams that met with practical yoga, and we have a great surprise for you. So you're gonna join us in a few minutes. We'll see you in a minute.
Social media shows
is about
branding, opportunity,
and outreach.
We are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and supporting our community
and everyone who reaches our content.
Here on social media shows,
here we're a family.
We are family.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing.
We are family.
We are family.
We are family. We are family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family.
Social media shows are looking for independent unsigned artists to show off to the world for a brand new show. So if you have a video ready to show, email us right now at darkmusictelevision@gmail.com. The video must be a quality of MP4, and we're accepting all genres: R&B, hip-hop, soul, blues, pop, country, rock, every and all types. So join us now and let us bring the world to you.
social media shows
is about
branding and opportunity.
and outreach
We are an entertainment company that empowers others.
by promoting and supporting our community.
And everyone who reaches our content.
here on social media shows.
Here we're a family.
We are family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing.
We are family.
We are family.
We are family. We are family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family.
And welcome back. You're here at Manifesting Your Dreams with Pablo Miguel, and we're having so much fun today in Las Vegas with Bettina. This lady is amazing. Her energy is incredible, and we're so privileged to have her with us because we were talking a little earlier how people think like, oh, you're so lucky, oh, you're so lucky. And they have no idea, right? When you look at people and you think they're lucky or somehow they're a little better than you, you have no idea the things that maybe they went through, right? But there's something that we know for sure is that they were very proactive, right? Instead of allowing circumstances to determine where they end up, they said, you know what? I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to make things happen. And then when you see them right now, you have to think about all the effort that went there, right? That you have to put there to get where you are today. But what we love about Bettina is that she's not just living her own dreams. She's actually helping, in this case, women so they can also manifest there. She's an amazing coach. She's an amazing mentor to many, many women. And she has discovered strategies and tools that can literally help any woman to develop the confidence, build the health, the level of health that they want. So we're so happy that you're here. We're very grateful that you took the time out of your busy schedule just to share with our viewers. So why don't you share a few strategies or tools that you have found that were very effective, and maybe they can help some of them manifest their dreams.
Absolutely, and again, thank you for inviting me because I really love going on other stages and interviews because more we show up as we are and show our gifts, more impact we can have in this world because it makes no sense to have a gift, to have something that helped you throughout the journey and sit at home and feeling good. How amazing it feels when you can really go out there.
Exactly.
And it's really not about you. So me being here, it's not about me at all. It's really to empower other people to step into their power and find their gifts. And some of the techniques that you were mentioning and the strategies that I'm doing with my clients, we always do very deep strategy call. And then I always have them journal, knowing what they truly want. And there are different journal techniques. However, I know for fact that when you are journaling in a present time about something that you can really put a burning desire, the feeling in it, you can really manifest it quick. It has to be something that you don't have a resistance. Let's say I'm so happy in Brooklyn now that I am multi-millionaire and I'm living in a yacht. That might be a little bit resistance there. However, if you can journal and start your journal with, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am living in abundance. Now that my income is constantly increasing. Now that I'm making, and you say a number that is believable for you, this and this amount of money. So you need to be specific. You need to see it and you need to feel it. And it's so amazing when you can really tap into it, whatever it is for you. I have a client, her name is Eve, and she was struggling with relationships in the past. She was a people pleaser and she always changed her identity depending on the relationship she was in because she always wanted to make people happy. She lost herself in the relationships. And then we started to work together. She started to journal about her ideal partner. She started to write about how he makes her feel. She said, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm in a loyal, committed relationship with a man who supports me, who loves me, who adores me, who believes in me, who is my best friend, who is an amazing lover, who has a deep family values. All these things, like we're cooking together, we have so much fun when we go shopping together, going to nature, growing, supporting each other. So she went into so many details and she was journaling like this for some kind of time. And then in the day when she stopped looking, when she surrendered in the trust that whatever is best for her will happen, when she let go of the toxic relationships of the past,
Wow.
they met that week.
Wow.
And they are still together. It's just a few months, but their relationship is so deep and so beautiful. They're supporting each other in business. They're best friends. They're amazing lovers. And when people see them together, the energy they have, it's incredible. So it's really about what do you really want? Because before, she was saying, I want to be in a relationship because I want to, have a family, I want to have kids, I don't like to be alone. It was not strong enough reason. And when she started to journal about it, when it was about how does this relationship make her feel, she really connected with her values, with what she believes in. And that's another thing. I help women, and I do have a couple clients male, so it's not like strictly women. I'm going to work with male. However, mainly I work with women. The thing is that most of women, we are raised to be a people pleaser. We are everything for everyone. So we're like this chameleon, we change depending on what environment we are in. And we forget who we really are. We forget what is our gift. And your gift is something that feels so good to you and so natural to you, so easy to you. Like, for example, Paula, you said that I have such an amazing energy and smile and I make people feel good. I'm like, and? So then I realized that's my gift. I really empower people to feel amazing and to find the confidence in themselves to step into their power. So that's one tool that I teach my clients to start journal, to define what are their beliefs and values. Because once you set those, you're like, oh, this doesn't align. Oh, I'm out of integrity with what I'm doing right here. And when you start to go in the path of what you believe in and what are your values, the toxic people will start to go away. And the people that align with your values and beliefs start to appear and support you in your journey, like Pablo. You reach out to me because you heard my message and you're like, what can I do to support her? Because her message is so amazing. I'm going to multiply her impact. So once you start to believe in yourself and in who you are, the universe will conspire. And that's another amazing book. It's a must read, for Paula. Alchemist. I love
amazing Paulo, right?
So this book, Alchemist, it's absolutely beautiful. It's amazing. It's like a tale.
It's a great story.
Yes.
Love it.
And there is one quote that says, when you really, really, really want something, the whole universe will conspire. And it's so true. Just think about something. When you truly want something, when there is no plan B, when there is only plan A, this is what I want, this is what I will get, you will get it. I got like this to United States, I got my degrees done in here and how, because there was nothing else that would stop me. I knew what I want.
Yeah, it is so interesting that you say that because again, every thought we have is creative, right? And you talk about relationships. We had a previous guest, he was sharing how he manifested the love of his life, right? And it's like sometimes I talk to women and they're complaining about the relationship they have, right? And what happens, your subconscious mind cannot distinguish when you say, I want this, or actually, I do not want this, right? You're sending a picture into the universe saying, this is what I like to manifest, so higher intelligence will go to work to give you more of that. So when you have a bad relationship, and I think everybody may have had one or two of those, what you do is you say, okay, what can I learn from it, right? That didn't go very well. What did I learn from it? And how can I show up differently the next time so I don't attract that person again, right? Because so many times you see people, they get married, they get divorced, and then they marry the same wife that came in a different package, right? It's like, but if we don't change, our lives don't change. And some of you know, I used to carry around 50 pounds more than I do right now, okay? And at one point I said, you know what, this extra fat is actually a survival mechanism, so I don't starve, but I don't need it. So I release it as I let that fat go. I'm not going to need you. Thank you for supporting me, but you can let go now. And then eventually, I've been, feeling fantastic and looking younger, feeling younger now for multiple years. But I made 3 decisions that really changed my life. And one of them was to start journaling, okay? So that was the thing that people have in common that actually have been successful, whether it is in business, whether it is in health, is you keep a journal, because a journal will keep you honest with yourself. Because so many times we're honest with other people, but maybe we're not honest with ourselves, right? So I started keeping a journal, and when I'm reading, it's like, we rationalize, like, oh, but I only ate a couple of, I didn't eat that much, right? But when you write it down, then you go and say, oh my God, I ate like a pig yesterday. And the day before, right? Same thing, when you start writing things, and then you say, why did I define, my perfect boyfriend or girlfriend this way, right? You tune up a little bit of your wording, because our words have so much power. And I love what you teach your people that you mentor, is just create powerful words so they step up into that identity. You're really helping them create a new identity, and it's very, very powerful. So, great tool.
Yeah, thank you. It's more of reminding them who they really are. I don't tell them what to do, I just support them in their deepest dreams and desires. And to find that, it usually takes a couple sessions, because like you mentioned before, we think we know what we want, but is it your truth? Is it something that your husband and wife wants, your kids, your parents, your employer? Or because it will make you look good with the eyes of society, or is it what you truly, truly want? Once you find what you truly, truly want, there is nothing that will stop you. And having someone who believes in you, who supports you, who guides you, it's everything. I remember a couple of years ago, I hired my first life and business coach, and it changed everything. So I really walk my talk. I believe in coaching. I have a coach because I know the power of coaching and what transformation it can really do.
Absolutely. If you don't have a coach, you need to get one. If you look at the top athletes in the world, they're the best of the best of the best, but they have a coach. It's like they say, Tiger Woods used to say, what do you have? You're the best that ever lived. He said, I cannot see myself swing the golf club, right? So coach will help you do that. We're going to be back. We're going to take a short break. Manifesting the dreams that met with Bettina and we have a great surprise for you. So you're going to join us in a few minutes. We'll see you in a minute.
Hi everyone. Hey, this is Joseph Scota from the Maria and Joe Live TV. And hopefully you've been staying tuned for the last several weeks or the last several months. We try to get together every Thursday and tell you what's going on for today. We'll talk about social media, we'll talk about addictions, we'll talk about parties, a little bit of everything, and try to give you a little bit what's going on in the community or in our current affairs. So make sure you join us. It's a lot of fun to join Maria and Joe on Maria and Joe Live TV. Look forward to having you there. And make sure you leave us comments and suggestions of what we can do better to serve you. So have a great day. I look forward to hearing from you. Talk to you soon.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transport.
And welcome back. You're here in Manifesting Your Dreams with Pablo Miguel, and I'm here with the most gracious host you can imagine, the most gracious guest, Bettina. And within this program, if you're just joining us right now, we are sharing ideas, principles based on Think and Grow Rich. You may have heard about the book, you may have read the book by Napoleon Hill, and we're talking about Bettina was giving great advice on keeping a journal. So see, I wrote my talk. I do have a journal, and I carry it with me everywhere that I go, and I have a dream board in it, because you never know when a good idea is going to hit you, right? It's like sometimes you're in the shower and you get a good idea.
That's what I wanted to say. My best ideas is in the shower, and I bought on Amazon the notes for shower.
Wow.
You should see my shower.
Oh,
it's like
my
notes
God.
everywhere.
I have notes in my shower. Have you been picking it?
No, I'm sure I did it before.
Oh my God.
I was in the shower constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, she did it before me. That's right. That's correct. But anyway, isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Sometimes you're driving, you have an idea. Sometimes, you know, when I go jogging, when I go in nature, I know you go to Red Rock and places like that. So what I do is, if I don't carry that one, have it in my car, I carry a little notebook, right? And then I capture ideas, because sometimes, have it ever happened? You had an amazing dream, so vivid, so clear, and then you wake up in the morning and say, oh my God, I'm gonna get that done. And 5 hours later,
5 minutes later,
or 5 minutes later, you go like, oh my God, it was such a brilliant idea. Why didn't I write it down? So we recommend you get a notepad right next to your bed with pen. Or in some cases, you can actually have a record. Now I remember, I've been around a little bit more than 2 decades, so I used to have a recorder when we didn't have a smartphone, right? So that way you could capture your ideas and things like that. But we are here sharing some ideas. Bettina is amazing what she's been able to do with her life, how she was able to transform her life or overcoming some challenges in her issues. We were talking a little earlier, most people's personalities, she was sharing, according to studies, are forged by the time kids are 7 years old, okay? We had a guest a few weeks ago when he was sharing how unbelievable his wife discovered, okay, they've been married for 20-something years, and she discovered something that happened when she was a little girl that actually determined how she was interacting with other people. And by identifying that and releasing that, letting go, that it was not her fault, because sometimes something happened and then you thought it was your fault, that your parents got divorced or they were fighting or something like that, and more than likely you have nothing to do, you just happen to be there, right? So we're going to share with you how you can manifest your dreams. So by now, you should have a clear idea. Maybe let's say you want to start a part-time business or something like that, or you want to start your own coaching, or you have a gift inside of you that the world is waiting for. The world needs it, right? So how are you going to get that happen? So you need to have a clear idea. We're talking about desire is one of the things that Napoleon Hill discovered, the people that make big things happen. It was very important for them. There was a why. The why was so strong. It's like when people ask me, when I mentioned that I released 50 pounds, guess what is the question that everybody asks, right? And I say, oh, I released 50 pounds, I used to cut. They say, how did you do it, right? And I said, you're asking me the wrong question, because the how is easy, right? The real question is, why did you do it? Because the how is very easy. You want to weigh less than you do right now, you need to eat less and move a little bit more, right? It's very simple, the formula, right? So whatever diet you use is really not that complicated. But that formula always existed, right? Why wasn't I successful a year ago or 2 years ago? Because there was something that was important to me. A moment that I said, this is it, I'm going to make it happen, nothing is going to stop me. There was a why. So if you want to create a new business, if you want to get out of a relationship or start a new relationship or move somewhere else, change your zip code, there has to be a why that is strong enough so when you encounter challenges, opposition, criticism, circumstances, because guess what? I don't care how positive you are, those things will show up in you. It's called resistance, right? If you don't have a why strong enough, then you don't have the emotional energy to carry through, right? So what can you share with us, with our viewers, about maybe some of the clients that you have, if they want to start something on their own business? What advice would you give them, Bettina?
Well, so there are a few things. It's no matter what business you are in, you need to know who do you want to be working with. So that goes back to the ideal client, because it's so funny. If you are so entrepreneur, and you have a mission in your heart that you want to make this world a better place, you want to help everybody. And the thing is, when you start helping everybody, you help no one.
That's right.
Because there is no way that you can give the same message to a woman who is pretty and in her 20s that you can give to man who is 50, who has already a couple kids, who is responsible for the whole family. It's not possible. So what I start with my clients with, who is your ideal client? Who makes you feel alive? Who do you really love to work with? And that's how I manifested my ideal clients. Now I selectively work only with people that I truly love to work with. I am looking forward to it. When I started my own coaching business, I would take anyone because I'm like, I want to change this world. I want to make it better. I want to help everybody. I'll coach you. I'll do it. And then I was burned out because some people, they're not ready, they're not willing, and they're in their own things and they don't want to move forward. They don't want to be helped. So I started to create this ideal client avatar, this woman, and I brought her to life. You need to go into the detail. Who is your ideal client? What is her or his name? Where do they live? Are they married? Do they have a kid? How does their life look like? What are the places they're hanging out at? What are they wearing? I even created a Pinterest board with her, how she would look like, her 2 kids, her golden retriever, her husband doctor. So all these details, and you might think that you don't have time for it or you don't have such a big visual power. But if you don't know who you want to be with, and like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a business, an ideal client, or if it's your ideal partner or your job, you bring it to life, you visualize it, you feel it, and then you will start noticing it. There is no secret, there is no magic. It's like when you decide oh my gosh, I want a new Audi Q5 and it will be white color, and you start to see it everywhere and you're like, why everybody now has this car? No, this car was here always before. However, you were not noticing it. So by knowing what you really want, by really putting it in the words, writing it down, visualizing it, talking about it, you will start seeing those things. And that's how I manifested my ideal client. I brought her to life, her name, her age, what is she wearing, everything. And the next week, I was taking my other client, we were going to the Whole Foods to grab a couple of things, and as I was looking at the fruit, there was a lady, and I just saw her from the back, and she was wearing a beautiful white blouse, and it was with flowers, red flowers on it, and in my head, it popped right, I was like, oh, it's very similar to what I put in the on the vision board, like almost identical.
Wow.
So I came to her, I was like, I love your top, it's so pretty. And we started to talk, I was like, where's your accent from? Because, you know, people who have accent, we just notice the accent anymore. She was like, oh, I'm in London, I'm here on the conference. We start to talk. She was like, do you have a time to go for lunch? I'm like, yeah, sure, let's go in a couple days. And I was like busy as heck because I was just working on my master business degree. But something told me, yeah, I like this woman, I love her energy, I want to know more about her. So in a couple days we went for lunch and she started to tell me about her family, about her business, how she doesn't feel confident going online, talking about her mission. So I started coaching her. I just told her what I think that would support her mission. She was like, okay, how can I pay you? I'm like, for what? She was like, I want you to be my coach. I'm like, really? So I'm like, okay, let me just, get back to you when I get home. In that time, I was not coaching people online, only in person. She was in London.
Oh, wow.
So, but she was everything that I wrote down about my ideal client. No, she doesn't have 2 small kids, but yes, she has 2 kids, and she has a very supportive husband. So it's not exactly how so the rule of thumb for me, know what you want, and then let go of expectations how it should look like. Because you don't know. You don't know how it can look like. It's even better and bigger than you can imagine because it's out of your radar. If I would be so fixed that my ideal client is 35, living in Santa Monica, and she has her own small business with fashion, then I would never talk to this lady. But I knew how I want to feel with my ideal client, and we are still working together.
This is so powerful what you just shared. And most people start their own business or they start a business and they think like, I have something that everybody's gonna buy, right? And the moment they say that, I kind of chuckle because they don't understand the principle. Like just like you said, I'm gonna repeat what you just said. If you try to market everybody, you're not gonna get anybody, right? But when you start creating what is called a niche, right? I was talking to a good friend of mine a few years ago. He got into real estate when everybody was getting into real estate, right? So suddenly, like, everybody was getting a real estate license, and then he said, I'm going to focus on people from California that has good credit, and they like to buy properties to rent them out, but I want to find them properties in Phoenix, Arizona, because the market in California had already gone up, but in Phoenix it was following like a year or 2 years later, right? So the people that felt that they missed out the wave in California, he said, you know what, you can get you miss a wave in California, you can get the wave in Phoenix. And he sold 35 properties part-time to clients that actually made a lot of money because he had, just like you said, it's called the avatar, just like the movie, the ideal client that you want. When everybody else was just giving cars to everybody, oh, if you need to buy a house, call me. If you need to buy a house, call me. And the average real estate person sells 1 or 2 homes a year. That's the average, right? He sold 35. So what you said is so powerful. And it's so funny, when you're talking, I was thinking about the story of the car, and you brought up the story of the car. So we are we're exactly on the same wavelength. So what would you like to attract? Who's the ideal client, relationship? Maybe you need an investor for your business, right?
Ideal body, how would you want to feel it? And that's something we'll talk in the next segment, the visual meditation.
Exactly. So don't go anywhere. We're going to go into a break in a second, but then we're going to talk about different tools that you can have to accelerate your manifestation, and actually meditation is one of them. So you're here in Las Vegas with Pablo Miguel, manifesting your dreams. If you just join us, go to manifestingyourdreams.net, NET, give us your information, and we make sure we'll send you a PDF that you can actually follow along, because we want you, our outcome is so you can manifest your dreams.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation. which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
We're having so much fun here in Las Vegas. We are really having a blast. I'm here with Petia Kolibova. She's originally from the Czech Republic. She has this amazing accent. She's absolutely gorgeous. But more important, she has a huge heart. I mean, this lady has such a huge heart. She's been able to overcome challenges in her life that make her who she's stepping into today. But she hasn't been selfish. What I love about Petia is she got what she learned, and now she's making an impact. She's paying it forward. She's making an impact with a lot of women around the world, literally around the world, sharing her gifts so they could also manifest her dreams. So if this is the first time you're joining us, you're in Manifesting Your Dreams. Our outcome every week is to focus on one area that we know that is going to help you manifest your dreams. So come on over, send your friends. By the way, type where you are from, because we like to know where you're from, what you like about the program, anything that you like to share with us. We love your feedback, because we're going to be able to do a better and better show every week. We hope you come and visit us next week. And now we were talking about, once you know what you want, you know you want it bad enough, you have a strong why you want to manifest it. So how do you move? What is your next step? And Petia was just sharing here during the break some of the tools that she helps people so they can accelerate manifesting the dreams. And we're talking about meditation. So we both are lovers of meditation. I've been meditating now for decades, and it's one of the most powerful things that you could ever do to center yourself, to connect with higher intelligence, with nature, with God, whatever you want to call it. Be aligned with the person that you were destined to be. So what can you share with our viewers? What are some of those tools like meditation? How do you use it, or how do you get started with it? What would you say?
Yes, so as meditation teacher, I didn't start it decades ago as Pablo did.
I'm a little older than she is, right?
Just a couple of years, you can tell, right? But meditation truly changed my life. I got into the meditation just a couple of years ago when I hired my business and life coach, and he did a challenge, and me and Pablo, we love challenges because it always helps you grow. It always pushes you out of your comfort zone.
That's right.
So he did 10-day meditation, and after each day we had to record that we did it to stay accountable. So the first meditation that I ever tried was to-do list meditation. Because see, if you have no idea what meditation is, you heard about it, you know that it should be good for you, but you're like, what do I do? Like just to sit, like that's weird. And I keep thinking about things. So the easiest way to start is to start with a to-do list meditation. That's how I started. So every morning when I wake up, because when you wake up in the morning, you're the freshest. You're still connected with yourself before everything else comes on you. That's the best time to meditate. Right in the morning when you wake up, and then before you go to bed. So those are the best times. And really, meditate anytime you can. Even if you do it in the car, don't close your eyes. You can do it. I remember when I was meditating.
Make sure the engine is off, right?
Yes, come on. Yeah, let's not hurt people here. But just meditation, it's really about just doing it. It's really about just connecting with yourself and disconnecting from all the shoots and woods and everything else, because when you really connect with yourself, you find the focus, you find the clarity, and once you have the clarity, you have the focus, you will find such a beautiful energy inside of you to do whatever you set your mind to. So this to-do list meditation, I was doing it. I woke up in the morning, I grabbed a notepad, I sat on the floor, I closed my eyes, put just the calming music, because the calming music helped me to disconnect from all the other noises around me, because I never meditated before. So I just close my eyes and I start to write down the things that I wanted to do, accomplish that day, or anything that comes to your mind. Get it all out, get it all on that paper, and it will look like a chicken scratch, you know, so it will look unreadable. You will be almost like a doctor's writing, okay? So when you finish, usually I set my alarm on just 10, max 15 minutes. If you do 5, it's perfectly fine. It's just really to program yourself to do something new, create a habit. So you write that and then you rewrite it.
Oh,
you
wow.
rewrite and pick out of that maximum 3 things. I always ask myself, maximum, that's no more. But ask yourself, what is the one thing, if I do only one thing on my list, I will feel accomplished in the end of the day. And that's also something that I learned in the book, The One Thing from Jay Papasan, to really break down your goals from the biggest to the smallest to what you can do right now. So this really gave me the clarity of what is the most important thing, because what happens, we are so busy attending to urgent things that we don't attend what truly matters. We don't set our priorities. And another beautiful thing of this, if you put it all on the paper, your mind is clear.
Yes.
You don't have to carry everything in your mind. So I started to feel lighter because I didn't have to carry everything in my head. I feel like I lost like 20 pounds right there. Really? So I put it there, and in the end of the day, I look at it throughout the day because you want to make sure you're on the track, but in the end of the day, you look and yes, I did it, and you start to feel more confident, you start to feel good, you start to look forward to the meditation because you're like, this feels good, you feel accomplished, and everybody around you start to feel the different energy. So I started with this. And then what I'm doing now, it's a visual guided meditation. I teach it here actually in Las Vegas, in Naturally Organic, every Saturday at 1 o'clock. So who wants to experience guided meditation? I guide people through, super easy. It's super fun because, hello, everything with me. Everything with me, it's fun.
No doubt about
that. It's really about acknowledging yourself, taking the time for yourself. So I guide people because, actually I have one more title. I just became teacher of Qigong. So
High five, girl, congratulations.
So
wow.
I'm super excited about it. So I'm using some techniques from Qigong, and for those who don't know what Qigong is, it's just the practice of posture and of breathing, and really using the energy in your body for self-healing. So anyone can do it, you know, like not everybody can do yoga, anyone can do Qigong.
So it's easier, it's actually easier to do.
You can do it sitting, and it's really about just energy flow. And this technique, it's over 5,000 years old. Some people, you know, they do Tai Chi, it's more well known, but it's only 2,000 years. So everything comes from the Qigong, the Reiki, the healing, the Tai Chi, everything goes to the Mother Qigong. So I absolutely love it, and I use like a longevity set just for stretching that anyone can do. I did actually a workout class, bodyweight workout class. Most of my clients that I do for personal fitness training are 55 years and older. I have just a couple young girls that I love working with because they're so committed. Otherwise, I really work with older people because they know that health is everything. So it's just absolutely beautiful. So I teach this guided visual meditation. And I love the visualizations. It's incredible. When you can visualize your ideal partner, your ideal house. Like right now, I'm working on a dream home.
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
So it's something that I would love to manifest no later in years. So we are working on that right now, and I know it's they're building it right now. I know it. It's just like you feel it. And you know, some of my clients, because I teach also meditation 101, they say like, I have a hard time to see something. I close my eyes, I can visualize anything. So what I tell them to start with is the feeling.
Exactly.
You have the feelings, right? You have the emotions. How would you feel if you're in the arms of your ideal lover? How would you feel if you get to that point of that financial independence, paying all your bills off? How would you feel to work with your ideal clients that you are so excited to talk to? I have that right now. Like my ideal client, another one I manifested just a couple of months ago, that she reached out to me and she was like, I love your energy, I really want to know more about what you're doing. We started to talk, we were aligned, and it was absolutely beautiful. And when we start to work on her worthiness, on her money blocks, and setting the healthy boundaries, she manifested 4 new clients in a week.
In a week,
in a week.
That. Yes.
So when you really want what is stopping you, when you really know what you want, it goes really quick.
Yes, yes, and this is like, we're really so blessed living at this time. I mean, it's like out of, we could have been born 100 years ago, 50 years ago. Right now, there's so many things at our, at our reach, right? It's like incredible. So anybody that is not taking advantage of all the knowledge that we have available, right now you can actually, whatever you want to find out, you're minutes away from finding out. But you know what's also happening is that I call this living the time of distraction, right? So it's like most people, for instance, I was reading an article, it says like most people will wake up and within half an hour they're waking up, they're checking up on the Facebook, right? And then what happens is now they're in reaction, right? Because somebody else is sending the messages or whatever. So one of the things that I started doing, and I call it a MSR, or a morning success routine, is kind of like what you have. So I said, you know what? I have to take control of the first hour in my morning. That way I can create the energy. It's kind of like the seed for the plant that you like to see. So in the first hour of the morning, I don't check the email, I don't check the internet, nothing. I do my meditation, I do my gratitude. I just like you, I visualize the ideal day. I do my exercise. So I'm empowered. By the time I do get and connect with the world, now I am empowered, because if not, what happens? You're reacting. You started reacting. So one of the best decisions I made, there's no electronics in my bedroom, right? Take all the electronics out of the bedroom, right? So if you are in a couple or whatever, it's kind of interesting, but people mention like they're with a lover next to each other, but they're not loving at all because they're looking at their phones, right? Each of them is looking at their phone, so it's like you're not being present with your lover right there, right? So the electronics out of the room, out of the bedroom, and then don't let people dictate how you organize your time, right? So we're running out of time, but I know everybody's so happy that you were here with us today. How could people reach you, or what do you have, how they can continue this journey with you? If they'd like to talk to you, what can you offer them?
Absolutely. So for those who want to stay connected with me, you can find me on Facebook under my name, Petya Kolebova. You can also tune into my podcast, because I do absolutely amazing weekly interviews with people who overcame obstacles and who are living fulfilled life they love. And the podcast name is Be Strong Minded. And also my website is bestrongminded.com, and my email is Petya at bestrongminded.com. Everything is about strong minded.
Be strong-minded, and she is strong-minded. So we're so happy. We really want to thank you for being here with us today. We're going to have you again, come back, and we want you to start manifesting your dreams. So manifestingyourdreams.net. We're going to have another guest next week. Thank you for spending your time with us. Share this with your friends, and we want to see you manifesting your dreams. We're celebrating in advance the amazing life that you're already creating, that you're moving forward when you step into your greatness. So we'll see you next week. Great job, Petya. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you.